Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the wonderful world of Skyrim. Thought I heard some enemies. That shadow of that bird up there is freaking me out. Anyway, in the last video, we got tricked into going down a garbage chute, basically. Which I thought would lead us to, like, a Dwemer city, but no, it just flushed us out at the bottom of the mountain. Turns out, the place we're supposed to be is over here. Into Frostroot Cave we go. Now, if I had to guess, I'm going to say this place is full of Falmer. I'm already hearing Dwemer machinery. I see a person over there.
What was that?
Yeah, I'll grab the dagger, if only for... disenchanting. Yeah, that was overkill, but it's okay. So we got more bandits. That's kind of terrifying.
Someone there.
Lydia using that new bow. In fact, I kind of don't want to get in her way. Okay, that one's mine. Yep, look at this. You thought it was a cave, but it's actually Dwemer ruins. Oof. Whoever made that shot, good job. Now this is what we came down here for. Onward to Nchuanthumz. Or however that's pronounced. We are accessing the manufactory. Okay. Well, let's immediately turn off the path. See what's behind this door. We're gonna go way back. And actually, here, let's try out a new spell. What was it? Inferno Jet.
You're ready to die today.
Okay, so Inferno Jet's fun, but it's very, very hard to see what I'm aiming at. I have the same problem with some of the master level lightning spell, the big lightning Kamehameha. It's awesome, does a ton of damage, very difficult to see what you're hitting. And we have a bedroll here. So if we need to... Did you just freeze in place? Okay, well, not the weirdest thing that's happened in a Bethesda game. Dwarven Spider Renovator. The lever is inactive. Well, I don't think this is a place for Dwarven spiders. I think this is a place for regular spiders. Which means look up, but there's nothing up there. In fact, it seems like there's nothing in here at all. Skeevers. Skeevers don't concern me. In fact, the fact that they're here means there probably isn't much else in the area that's more dangerous. Otherwise, the Skeevers would be dead already. I'm just going to try to comfort myself with that. Okay, so we've got a door here. More Skeevers. This looks like a master bedroom. So that's kind of nice. Again, we've got a place to retreat to if we need it. Actually, first... and then we'll do Incinerate in one hand and Detect Life in the other. Yeah, more Skeevers. Have we made a complete circuit? Not quite. Okay, now I think we've made a more or less complete circuit. There's more over here, but this is all blocked off, so nothing I can do about that. Excuse me, sir, but you have water coming out of your nose. Thought you might like to know. Anything here in the nose water? Nothing. Okay. Anyone else? So far, it's all Skeevers all the time. Oh, look. An ominous area with a lever. This is pretty clearly an elevator. But we're going to go over here first. We're going to finish exploring the place we've got. The thing about Detect Life, though, is that it does not detect Dwemer stuff. Doesn't detect machines. 91 destruction, we're almost at that 100, at which point I then have to make the command decision of whether I want to go into legendary levels or not. Right? Once you max out, you have a chance to go back to the beginning. get more XP, but I don't know if I'm going to do that in this playthrough. If I don't, it means that the level cap will be 80, and I'm kind of okay with that. Okay. Scary elevator, let's go. Lydia, let's go. Lydia, I just saw you. Come on, let's go. No way am I going down to the scary place without you. Okay, on the platform, please. Thank you. Okay, into the manufactory. Very mysterious. Yeah, I don't think Detect Life's gonna help me down here. Whoa. This place is huge. Okay, that's not an active spider at the moment. So manufacturing, right? Let's break down that word. Seems to me like this is a place where they're going to be making these Dwarven. Yeah? And in fact, if I had to guess, I would say that this pipe over here is where spiders come out. This pipe over here is where spheres come out. That seems relatively obvious. The fact that I have not seen any enemies yet is extremely concerning. But we're getting soul gems, so I'm not going to complain too much. But the longer we go without me getting enemies, the more on edge I'm going to be. I feel like any minute they're going to start spraying out units that I'm going to have to take down. Okay. Obviously, I don't know how to use any of this machinery. I would go so far as to say nobody does. At least nobody that's been around for the last couple thousand years. Just gonna go check out this back corner here, and then we'll get back on the path. Now, my Skyrim brain is telling me that this arrow is pointing somewhere, but it's probably just decoration. Lydia, you scared the crap out of me. Wait. Is that a person? No, I don't think it is. Ah, a centurion maker, I suppose? Once again, we're just gonna check. Okay, just making sure. You never know. I don't know, something about the sounds in a Dwemer ruin make me nervous, make me on edge. I imagine folks that lived here all the time find the sounds comforting, but I am not that person. Seems like that's it for there. Okay, moving on. See, you say corpse, but its tail is moving. Seeks Ancient Artifacts, a very straightforward name. I respect it. Now, I'm not going to do an Argonian voice, but I will read the thing. Skyrim Expedition, day... hard to tell. Oh man, is this gonna be like a home for me? Is that what's happening? I think I'm gonna end up getting like a house out of this, as though I don't have enough property already. Okay, so day 19. We have spent 2 whole days stumbling almost blindly in the dark, and then suddenly there it was, Nchuanthumz. It is here that Clorgic and Duramak built their home. It was once a grand palace, but time and negligence have humbled its mechanical splendor. Nevertheless, by making this discovery, we have etched our places in history. Skyrim Expedition, day 20. What a fool I am, to think I could control these mechanical puppets as Duramak did. Based on my notes, it seems I must summon a Dwarven sphere overseer and provide it with the following parts. 3 large cogs, 3 actuators, 1 unit of oil. But alas, I am a historian, and the language of machines is foreign to me. I've managed to figure out how to summon the Overseer by pressing the side buttons on the panel, but I wouldn't know what an actuator was even if it smacked me in the face. For now, I must rest and regain my strength. I am so tired. Okay, so we need actuators. We need 3 actuators. And 3 cogs. According to my research, Duramak's constructs were meant to clean and organize the living space. Clorgic was creative but messy, his thoughts a scramble that only Duramak understood. While the Centurion and Sphere assembly lines are damaged beyond repair, the Spider construct can thankfully do the same work, albeit at a slower pace. The assembly line can be powered by placing a dynamo in the actuator, which should provide the energy required to build the construct. Once the construct is built, I'll need to activate the levers in the house to have it renovate various sections of the home. By my calculations, each section should take no more than a day to finish. So yes, we are, it looks like, in a new place that we can take on as a home. Okay, but first, we need cogs. There's one. Actuators. I believe we've gotten everything we need now, yeah? Terrifying. Okay, so we deliver the parts. It says I should turn on the manufactory, but I want to see what it's doing first. What are you up to? Are you just patrolling? Okay, I think it's just patrolling. Let's go and turn on the manufactory. Construct a Dwarven spider renovator. This is not at all what I expected. That seems to be a theme these days. Okay, so I need to construct a spider. I think I'm supposed to put a dynamo in here. Yep, good thing I have one. Crap. Terrifying. And then it goes into the pipes. That's not disturbing at all. Okay. I can hear it skittering around up there. Oh no, that was the sphere. Okay. Now I'm supposed to summon it to clean an area of the house. How? Oh, I see. Alright, well, we'll start with the room that has the beds in it, because if this is going to be a place that I'm going to lay my head, I want to make sure that I've got, like, a decent bed, right? Okay, here's the bedroom. But I don't think I can summon it here. So I guess we're just going to pull this lever. This is the one that was not active before, right? The spider renovator? Christ! I knew it was going to happen and it jump scared me anyway. 24 hours for the renovations to finish. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to spend a lot of time here. Or I guess I was. So you're going to go around, start cleaning up. Okay, okay. Well, we could take a break here. It seems like this is a relatively safe spot. So we're going to go ahead and just wait the 24 hours. We're going to kind of hang out in this room. From a roleplay perspective, I assume we're just like helping clear out cobwebs ourselves and stuff. Let's see how this goes. Definitely going to have to eat something when we get up, though. Okay. So what do we got in here now? Oh yeah, look at this place. This is nice. You still got water coming out of your nose. Somehow the the spider managed to find fresh food. No idea how that's supposed to work. Valve. Oh, this is like a sauna. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, this is definitely like the benches, the bucket. This is a little dwarf sauna. Okay, okay. I was ready for it that time. And then we got more renovations to finish, which is 24 more hours. Like, does Firebrand really want to just putz around here for another day? Now, this being a player house, I'm relatively sure nothing's going to jump out and attack me. But, like, relatively. We've got a throne here, which is directly underneath one of these outputs. Not a big fan of that. Yeah, this place is huge. This looks like a hot tub. Maybe? Hard to tell. Hello, little spider. Man, did I mention this place is huge? So what do we got in here? We got an alchemy lab. A juniper tree that somehow is surviving down here. Okay, well, I assume there's 3 or 4 more places that we're going to want to deal with here. The problem is, once I leave, getting back here is going to be a big pain. So I do think we're going to spend a few days out here getting it all fixed up. So there's the elevator back to the surface. Yeah, I think we're going to spend a few days here. There's the enchanting table. Kitchen. And of course, the master bedroom. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, since it seems like all I have to do is, like, sleep and then tell the spider to go somewhere else and then sleep again, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put in a cut, get the entire place renovated, and then we'll do a tour. I'll be right back. Okay, good morning, good evening, I suppose. It's been a couple of days, and I think we're ready to do a full tour of our new place, and I know that we're done because we completed the quest. So, we start with the master bedroom, cooking area, Myths of Sheogorath. We're going to want to read that at some point, given that we've met the man. Like a drawing table here. Wardrobe. Some miscellaneous materials. Couple potions, although I don't know how much the potions of magicka are going to be needed anymore now that my destruction magic is free. We have, of course, our arcane enchanter. What would be nice is if this place had a teleport circle, because since I'm not using fast travel, going back and forth between this place is going to be really inconvenient. Here we've got, I assume, like our receiving area. We've got like a dining room here. Kind of wish that the dining table here was larger. I feel like a rectangular table going across the room this way would be really nice. Still questioning the choice of the fountain having the water coming out of the dwarf's nose, but, you know, I didn't design this place. We've got the elevator down to the manufactory. I don't know if there's more that we can do down there. We've got soil down here. Of course, this being the Hearthfire DLC, there's got to be some place to plant something. I wonder if this is like other places in that you can assign a steward here and assign workers and they'll harvest for you. Yeah, we've got fertile soil all around. Yeah, of course, the lever's inactive now. So this is our little garden area. Alchemy lab, as I said before. Ah, no, here's the receiving area with the long rectangular table. Oops, sorry about that. Accidentally hit my microphone. Yeah, here's the receiving room. Statues. Clearly someone very, very important used to live here. We've got a button, which of course we're going to press. But first, we're going to sit down on this throne. But I can't move around. Okay. I was going to take a picture, but apparently I couldn't move around. Not sure what the purpose of that is. We'll leave some of these potions for decoration purposes. I definitely need to put more furniture in here if I can, because it's still looking real empty. Kitchen, I'm gonna assume. Yeah, this looks like a kitchen. Which is good, because I've been here for 3 days, which means I'm beginning to run low on food. And in fact, if I can find some cabbages and some other vegetables, I can plant them right now. Yeah, this place is nice. And despite the fact that it's all stone, I bet it's nice and warm in here, too. Alright, let's see. Hot cabbage soup. Sorry, Balamund, but I need those fire salts. There we go. Yeah, look at how big this place is. That'll get us back to the cave. Aha, and here we've got a smelter. Yeah, this is going to be our forge area. Grindstone, workbench. But where is the forge proper? Is this it? There it is. Awesome. Yeah, this place has got everything I could possibly need. Displays, I assume? Like a trophy room? Yeah. Display stuff, not bad. Alright, we're gonna make one more trip down to the manufactory. Let's go around this way. I'm pretty sure I've seen everything now, but... This must be guest room. Beds to sleep on. I guess I hadn't seen everything. Look at all these beds. Owned by whom? It says these beds are owned, but I don't know by whom. Got a little training area here. Strong box. And then back to the bedroom. Okay, well, just gonna take a glance back down at the manufactory. The question being, can I build more of these guys? Can't talk to you anymore. Can't build another spider. This one's broken beyond repair, I believe is what they said. So yeah, I think this is it, friends. Not bad. We got ourselves yet another new home. Not sure what we're gonna do with it. But we've got it. And honestly, with that, I think we can wrap up this video. Very much not the video I was expecting to make, but I'm certainly not displeased. It is 11 p.m., so tomorrow, what we need to do, unfortunately, is we have to get to Iverstead. We just have to. I wanted to go back and do some Riften stuff and do the Dawnstar stuff, maybe find the Crow's Tooth Camp. But the fact of the matter is, we've got a 20-pound keg of mead that we cannot get rid of, so we gotta take it to Iverstead. We'll probably investigate the area north of Mistwatch on the way. And of course, we've got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that we could be doing. We are going to stop by Windstand Manor again at some point soon. And honestly, given how long we've been away, it's entirely possible that when I go back to Felberg, it will have gained the 100,000 gold that I'm looking for. Just in case you had forgotten, because I've only mentioned it once I have 100,000 gold, I plan on dumping that 100,000 gold as well as all building materials that I have in Felberg to rebuild Winterhold Town. So that's going to be happening pretty soon as well. Once I do that, I'm going to essentially install a mod that rebuilds Winterhold, because one of Firebrand's big goals for her time as Archmage is to make up for the mistakes of the past, and whether or not Winterhold College is actually responsible for the destruction of Winterhold, it is still incumbent upon us to repair it. We're wizards, we can make money out of nothing. Anyway, friends, thank you very much for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next one.